Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show y'all how to do a V-split tumbler. I'm really excited about it. As always, I've never done one before, but hey, we're going to try it. For this tumbler, I'm using a 30-ounce skinny from Makerflow Crafts, and I've painted it white for Rust-Oleum. As always, I will have the link to Makerflow down in my description, and I'll go ahead and throw in the link to where I got the spray paint too. It's Amazon. But I'll throw the link that'll take you directly to it. And then I am going to be using Hayes waterside paper. Like always, Hayes is my favorite. And this is the image I found that I like the best. I used it's an app called Print to Size, I think it is. It's for Apple. I don't know if it's for Android, or I don't think you can get it on the computer. I'm not sure. I know for a fact if you have an iPhone, you can get Print to Size. And instead of putting this on Cricut Design Space and it like not printing as big as I needed it to, Print to Size just does the whole shebang. So I have this, got this image. What did I do? I went to Google and I typed in pretty floral background, okay, and I went to images, and then like once you find one you like, which I like this one, you can click on the image, it'll give you a link, and then you can click on that link, it'll take you to another website where the image is from so you can purchase it. So other than this, all you're going to need is some painter's tape, and I use Mod Podge, so you're going to need Mod Podge and some glitter. So with all of that being said, let's get started. So I have this waterside. It's already like prepped and ready to go. It's really shiny. It's got the Rust-Oleum gloss sealant on there. And to make it a V, I'm going to turn it, sideways to where one of the points is facing down. And right now I'm just kind of like mapping how I want this to be. So I'm just going to lay it down on there like so. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's about how I want it. Wrap it around. And then I'm going to take a pen and just kind of make a line. I won't be able to do it on camera, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to take my pen and make a line around the rim of the cup so I know where to cut. So now that I have a very messy line, which it's almost exactly half of the page, so if you would just rather make a cut like that and just kind of like trim off what you don't use, I mean, I think that would work. But I am just going to cut right below that line. And I'm not going to throw this other half away either, because I'm sure I can make another one if I want to. So now I have roughly what I want to work with. So now really the next thing to do is to put that water slide on. And thankfully I have this giant container now instead of that little tiny one, so I'm excited about that. I am going to be putting this face down like I normally do. I did not mirror the image. I figured there's no words or like specific images or anything, so I didn't think it would matter. So this is not mirrored, but I'm still going to put it face down. Now it's ready to go. I am just going to get it good and lined up, wrap it around, and if I have to cut some off once it dries, not a big deal. And I'm just going to start sliding. I'm going to have to fix that back, but it is okay. Mainly worried about the front here because that's where most of the design is going to be. So if I have to kind of touch up the back a little bit with maybe some glitter or something to cover, like, not a big deal. I'll come up with something. But I think it actually ended up okay. I'm just trying to get all of the wrinkles out. I love like really subtle pastel colors like this rather than like very bright colors, and I think some people might think that's crazy. I think it's kind of crazy, but I don't know. There's just something about very light pastel colors. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to stop doing this before I rip something. I think everything is out of it. All of the wrinkles and the bubbles and whatnot. So this is what I'm left with. I'm going to let it dry and then come back for the next step. Now this is totally dry. This is where the painter's tape is going to come in. So very carefully, and if you want to epoxy before you do this, just to make sure you don't mess up that water slide, that's totally fine. I'm just trying to get this done like as quick as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and just rip off a piece and line it up right with that water slide. Whatever you do, do not let the paint touch the water slide, because when you take it off, it will rip your water slide. Do not let it touch. Now I'm going to go in with my X-Acto knife and kind of make this down here more of the V that I'm wanting. And I got this X-Acto knife at the Glitter Grind, and I'll make sure to link my description for them down below. Alright, so that looks good, I think. So now everything that you see white here, I am going to go in with, I think I'm going to use Jaded from the Glitter Grind. So let me put my X-Acto knife away before I cut myself again, because yes, of course, I cut my thumb. You probably can't see it, but there was a lot of blood. It was painful. I'm dramatic, but it hurt. So I'm going to go in with some Mod Podge and Jaded from the Glitter Grind and fill in everything here that is white. I'm going to tint my Mod Podge so the color will kind of match the color glitter that I have, kind of, not exactly, but that'll just make it easier so I don't have to go over it, because there is a white background and I'm not using white glitter. So I'm just trying to make like a really super light green, because I don't have an acrylic paint color that even comes close to that Jaded color. So I'm just going to make, I mean, I can't even, is it blue or is it green? I don't know. It's pretty, that's all I know, and I'm using it, so don't judge me. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge brush here, put all of my tinted Mod Podge on. If it touches the tape, that's fine, because we're going to be taking that off. Just make sure it doesn't touch your water slide. Sorry, I'm getting off frame. Don't mean to. Okay, so the bottom's good. I am just trying to make all of the Mod Podge lines here nice and smooth. Ooh, I almost got to my water slide. Pay attention, Courtney. Watch what you're doing. Clumps of paint. Ew. Get off there. It'll be super visible if I leave that on there. Okay. Now I'm just going to cover every bit of that with this beautiful Jaded color. So now that this is covered, I'm just going to set it aside for just a minute and put all of this back into my little container here. And then I'm going to immediately take that tape off while the Mod Podge is still wet. You would think that you would want to do it when it's dry, but if you wait until it's dry, you know, everything is kind of good and sealed on there, it's going to pull that glitter up really bad, and you're not going to have good clean lines. So even though I'm pretty sure I didn't touch the water side, I am just going slow just to be safe, because I don't feel like I would be able to do it that easily again to put the water slide on. I feel like I got really lucky. And if you peel up some of your paint, don't fret, it's fine. Okay, so now we have this nice pretty V on both sides. I'm going to let this dry, I'm going to let the Mod Podge dry, and then I'm going to take it out back and seal it with my Rust-Oleum clear, and then come back and do this part here. Now that is all dry, I'm going to prep my Mod Podge for the second color of glitter that I'm using, which is Bourbon Rose, also from the Glitter Grind. Switch to an even smaller one, and I think that's better. So again, if you want to epoxy in between these steps so you can safely put tape over everything that you don't want this on, that is 100% fine. I'm just risking it. And really, if you get a little bit of glitter on something or whatever, don't panic, because we're going to be putting vinyl stripes through here. So like, I'm getting a little bit right there, but I'm not going to fret because it's going to be covered up anyway. So now this is what I have. It's obviously not perfect, but like I said, it's fine because we're going to be putting some stripes on it. So this is going to get sealed again with my Rust-Oleum, and if you get sealant on this water slide, it's totally fine. Just try not to soak it, but I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you get some on there. So I'm going to seal it again and then add a coat, maybe 2 of epoxy, just to make sure everything is smooth, and then I'll come back for the next step. So this is the next day, and it's a little bit bumpy, but I'm going to sand it down with this sanding block, and I got it from Amazon, so I'll make sure to put the link for that down in my description. And the lines are not perfect, but I have 3 different colors and 3 different sizes of lines that we are going to put on here. And then once it's sanded and everything feels really smooth, make sure you take it inside and rinse off the cup with some water, maybe even wash it with a little bit of Dawn soap. So, like I said, I've got 3 different colors and sizes of lines here. I went ahead and cut them out and weeded them. This is all Oracle 61 permanent vinyl, and I'll make sure to put the link for them down in my description as well. They're all 9.75 inches, I think. I'm pretty sure that's going to be too long, but that's okay because we can cut it. So this is 0.3 inches wide, this one is 0.2 inches wide, and then this one is 0.1 inches wide. So I'm going to layer them like so and get them onto the cup. So I'm going to start here on the back, and I'm going to start with the widest one, and I cut them all out individually because this is how I want to apply them, like so. Because I just feel like it will be easier that way. So I am just going very, very slowly, trying to make sure that I have it on there good and straight. And I knew that was going to be too long, but it's okay. Where's my scissors? Here they are. So I'm just going to make a cut down there. It's going to overlap a lot, but once I get everything on, I'm going to go in with my X-Acto knife that I got from the glitter grind and cut to make it look like a V. So now that the lines are on here, that already looks really awesome. I am going to go in with this X-Acto knife that I got from the glitter grind. And these things amaze me because, for one, I mean, they just cut. And it's really cool. But I have never actually used like a true X-Acto knife before. So this, when I first used it, I was like, holy crap. Just be careful because, like, here I'm cutting my epoxy. Like I said, this thing cuts. And I also have a slice on my thumb from where I cut myself yesterday. So just be super careful. So really all that needed fixed was the front here. This is the back. So besides epoxy, this is done. So like I said before, epoxy, this is the final result. I think it's super cute. I really love how it turned out. I mean, it was my first time making it and I'm very happy with it. So to me, that's a win. So I wanted to announce something to you guys. I touched base on it a little bit yesterday in a community post, and then I made a post on my Facebook group. But this tumbler right here is going to be up to give away. So somebody's going to win this for free if you're interested in it. So I have this page called a Patreon, and I heard of Patreons because, for one, my husband is like a big video gamer, and he gets on Twitch and he listens to like these big gamers like Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx, and I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them, but I just recently started getting into kind of like watching it with him. I'm not a big gamer, but anyway, so they talk about Patreon a lot, and I was like, what the heck is Patreon? So I get on the website, look around a little bit, and it is a monthly membership program to your favorite creators. So I thought, okay, what the heck, I'll make one. And I have my phone pulled up here because I have a list of the perks of this Patreon page, and I've had 5 people join since I posted this yesterday, so I really want to thank those 5 for joining. I really appreciate it. So what my Patreon page is, and I'll make sure to leave a link to the page down in my description, but if you join, you're going to get early access to my YouTube videos, and it's all going to be ad-free. So this tutorial, my patrons have already seen it, and it's been completely ad-free. And then you're going to have the chance to win every single tumbler that I make for YouTube tutorials. So like I said, this one right here is going to be up to give away for free. Whatever tumbler I decide to make next, that one's going to be given up for free on my Patreon page. So once I reach my first 100 patrons, that's when I will give away this one. You guys are going to have recommendations on what I should create, and then if it's something that you really want, and you know you want a chance to try to win it for free, tell me to make it, I'll make it, and then who knows, you might win it. So the next one is recommendations on products that I should buy and do a review on. Like if it's something that you're not really sure about, like in this business, tumbler field related products. If you're thinking about it and you really want to buy it, you're not sure, tell me, I'll buy it. I will test it out, I'll do a review on it in the Patreon page, and then I'll let you know where to get it. And then you can see if it's worth spending money on or not. So another thing was I was going to give access to my YouTube revenue statistics. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. I guess that's really popular, is for people to tell everybody their revenue stats. So if you are wanting to make a YouTube channel and you're not really sure about how to go about it or if it's worth it, that's some advice I'm going to be giving in there as well, and I'll be giving my revenue statistics. So, and the last thing is, you get to recommend to me what other benefits that you want to see. So, out of everything that I have here, if there's something more that you want to see, or if there's another benefit that you want me to provide, tell me, and I'll add it on there. And the price is always going to be the same. It's $10 a month. So, no matter what else I add on here, it's going to be $10 a month no matter what. Oh, and the last thing, I forgot. This is my favorite one. So, the description is supporting you, I'll buy your products. So what I'm wanting to do is once a month, I would love to support somebody on my Patreon page. So if you are a tumbler maker, or if you make t-shirts, or whatever you make, whatever business that you own, and you create products, I want to pick somebody every month, and I want to buy a product from you, and I want to make a video about it, and do a review about it, and tell the world about your company, and give people access to your, if you have a membership page or if you have a website. I just want to help support you guys because you guys support me, and I would not be where I am without you guys. So I really want to kind of like return the favor. So if all of this is something that you would be interested in, make sure to go down and find my Patreon link. It'll take you directly to the site, and you can kind of look it over a little more and decide if you want to join or not. But just thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me, and I love you guys. And before I go, I have your cup of positivity for today, and this one does not have an author, but it says, never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness, bad days give you experience, worst days give you lessons, and best days give you memories. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day today. That is all I have for you. Make sure to check out my Patreon page. So like always, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks guys. Bye.